Okay, this is it. Chapter 11 of RWBY Volume 6. The lady in the shoe, right? Doesn't matter what it's called, because it was awesome. It was like, oh man, that was good. So, break it down. Let's break it down for you. We start off, Caroline Cordo, she's gone crazy. She's in her mech, and she's ready to fight fools. She's ready to beat up, like, some kids. She's ready to murder some kids because they stole from her. You know, like you do. That's what she's doing now. So, we get an amazing fight scene between RWBY Weiss, Junior, Crow, and Oscar, and Maria. You know, they make a plan. John's taking charge. He's like strategizing. He's like, alright gang, listen up. Here's what we're gonna do. We're small. We're gonna use that to our advantage. We're gonna be moving targets. And everything just works out pretty well. They're putting in work. You know, they're like getting up close and personal. We're getting unexpected team-ups. Crow and Ren. I never thought I'd say their names in a sentence together. Crow and Ren. That is so weird. I don't know why that's so weird to say. I have never, like, said their names together in a sentence because they've never done anything together. But now, I'll say it with confidence. Crow and Ren take down the shield of the giant mech that Cordo's piloting. And then, like, Weiss and RWBY are doing White Rose stuff. The best ship. I see them. I see you. They're doing stuff. And yeah, it's great. I was a bit worried, because I was a bit worried that the whole Adam and Blake thing from last episode, the hype for that would kind of overshadow the fight against Cordo and her mech. And I am happy to report that no, both fights are equally compelling and interesting choreographically wise. I like watching them, you know. And so we end the fight though against Cordo, not with them winning, but with Maria and Oscar, who were in the ship, shooting a missile at Cordo's mech that she ends up catching and throwing back at them, which results in an explosion, and it cuts off there. We also leave it off with RWBY hanging on a cliff, not able to pull herself back up, John and Nora down with their oars broken due to a hit from the mech, and everyone just kind of tired all around. It's not a good spot to end it in. But they're not necessarily on the losing hand though, but it's rough. And then we get to the part everybody came for. Friday night fight night, man. Blake versus Adam. They're in the forest, they're cutting it up, they're slashing at each other. Blake starts to run to a little waterfall location. Adam's like, yo Blake, why are you running all the time? Is that all you can do? He cuts her coat off. It's really, boy, let me tell you. Blake looks good without her coat. She needs to just keep that off. I don't care if they're going to Atlas. She looks good in just that crop top. What am I going to do? Lie to you and say that she's not incredibly good looking without her coat? I'm not blind. You're not blind either. I'm thinking it, as are you. Let's move on. So they're at the waterfall. Adam gets the upper hand on Blake. He breaks her weapon. He breaks Gamble's shroud. Are you kidding me? That means she's going to get it. Just when she started dual wielding again, he breaks her weapon. And then we get the reveal. Adam takes off that bandage on his eyes, and he reveals his scars. An SDC brand over his eye. The Schnee Dust Company branded him. The implications that brings along with it is insane. Like, there's so much that could allude to. Just already we know that Jacques was a terrible person, but now we know he's leading a company that heavily endorses branding another person, demeaning them as a person and equivalating them to property. Not a good look, not gonna lie, but it's a good look on Adam. His eyes were originally blue. That's interesting. It led to a lot of theories that I'm gonna get into near the end, like I always do. But anyway, Adam's like, you know, Blake, you know, everyone's left scars on me, as you can see. I've been hurt in many ways, but no one hurt me quite as much as you. And that is just so dirty to think that he is saying that her leaving him was worse than being branded. That's how delusional this man is. Moving on. So Adam's like, you know what, Blake? This is it, pal. You know? Sorry, man. I gotta do it to you. So he stabs her, and then she, you know, of course she teleports, she shadow clones out of the way, and then Yang shows up and throws her bike right at Adam, hitting that dude in the chest, and then her bike falls into the water below. Rest in peace, bike. Bumbleby, we'll miss you. And then Yang is like, oh, round 2, baby, let's get it. And Adam's like, oh yeah, I remember you. I cut off your arm a couple years, like a year or 2 ago. And Blake, I don't think we ever saw her aura break, but she is pretty hurt. I don't know. But so Yang's like, I got this, I'm gonna 1v1 this fool. So Adam took like 8 Flintstone vitamins before this fight because he's pulling out some X Games moves. He's like making clones of himself. He's shooting out moon slices. He's charging his sword up. This dude is on some other stuff. And Yang ain't no pushover either. She's pulling out some rapid punches. She's kicking more now. She's understanding her opponent, learning about his semblance and what it does. That is what I like to see. That is good fight choreography. Ugh. Oh, man. It is just so good. It's what we've been waiting for. And the best part is, it's not over yet. Adam charges up a Mega Moon Slice and launches it at Yang. She tanks it with her metal arm. She's only got a scratch on that. And then her and Blake stand up together. They're like, Blake's like, she's not protecting me, and I'm not protecting her. And they hold hands. We're protecting each other. And you know what? I am coming around to Bumbleby, man. Like, again, you'd have to be blind to not notice if something is there. Like, romantic or not, the love they have for each other is so palpable, and you can really see it. So I'm coming around. But anyway, the episode ends there, and boy howdy, both fights are not concluded. Cordo still kind of almost has the upper hand. Adam hasn't officially lost yet. He's still kind of booling. He's gonna, I guess now we're getting into a 2v1 next episode, but oh boy, 2 more episodes left, baby. Jeez Louise. So let's get into some theories, some predictions, some hopes, some wants, just a bit of overall thoughts. So first things first, I mentioned before, Adam has like a blue eye, his eye that isn't, covered with a brand mark. And so a lot of people are speculating that maybe he's like a bastard child of Jacques and Willow Schnee. Either Jacques, got a Faunus woman pregnant, then wanted to cover it up and kind of like banded him, or Willow cheated on Jacques with a Faunus man, which I think is a lot more likely. And then, their son, it got found out and they branded her. I think it's more along the latter. Jacques, actually, hold up, because I don't think Jacques would even touch a Faunus woman at all. So, but he's probably the one who'd have more power to cover it up, as opposed to if like Weiss or Willow or Miss Schnee, whatever her name is, Weiss's mom, I'm just gonna refer to her as Willow. If Jacques found out, maybe he just didn't even want it to become public, because that'd look bad. Okay, that's actually, never mind, that's a lot more plausible. Willow got with a Faunus dude, had a baby, and Adam was like, yeah, no, this isn't going to cut the mustard. We're not going to find out about this. And so maybe he kind of did like an Arnold Schwarzenegger thing when Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor and he got his housemaid pregnant. I'm probably forgetting some details about this analogy, but you get it, And so yeah, so actually I could see that happening if they don't kill Adam. I do not want them to kill Adam at all. I've been, this, I'm a big Adam fan, not because of his actions, just because he's really cool and has a cool fighting style. What can I say? Rule of cool determines my favorite characters. And I think now with this theory being out there, I think they have more of a reason to keep him around so we can come to that revelation and he can be like, he can go to Weiss and be like, hey Weiss, Adam here, your half-brother. That'd be pretty funny. Yikes. So yeah, I don't want them to kill Adam, and I think the theory that he is a bastard Schnee has some weight to it. They have the eye color down, has some weight. Cinder and Neo, they're probably gonna be more important next volume, as are Tyrion and Watts and Emerald and Mercury. I think we're kind of set in stone how the finale of this volume is gonna go with Cordo and Adam, with those being our major antagonists. That's gonna like bring us into the finale. So pretty cool. I like that. Volume 6 has been a really great volume so far, like, on another level, and I think a benefit it's had is more, character development-wise, and still moving along the story. This isn't everything, but just one thing that I really thought worked in its favor for this is more character development, and not staying in one place for too long, you dig? So it's just been great all around. There's so many things I could gush about, but yeah, I'm liking it. I really am. This was a great episode. Like, so much. This has been a long time coming, and it paid off really well. And the fact that it's not even at its conclusion yet is a really good sign. CRWBY has been doing amazing. Great job to everyone writing. Animators, artists, sound, lighting, choreography, everything was just on point. And I love it. So, getting into the home stretch now. Can't wait to see what happens next.